Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live stream here at Oyoyo's World. Thank you for joining me today. Come on in, guys. Let's discuss. This will be my first live stream in a car, okay? Yeah. Like I told you guys this morning during my morning live stream, I told you guys I was gonna come back on this hour so that we can lend our voices to, yeah. Somebody was speaking so loud, so I had to turn on my air condition. Okay, so we can lend our voices to what is happening in Nigeria right now. There are two missing girls. I already started a little intro of that in my previous life. If you go down, you're going to see that. And those two missing girls went to visit someone they met on social media. And since April, I think April 26th, and up to now, they haven't been found. Nobody knows if they are still alive or if they are no more. And the culprit himself has been deleted by Nigerian police. The story they put out there was he was trying to escape and then he was taken out by the local vigilante, which the whole story surrounding the case of the two missing girls, Celine and Afiba from Ghana. And the culprit in question, the Andrew, the guy they went to visit, Andrew is no more. He has been unalive by, when Nigerian police arrested him on their journey to Abuja. That was how Andrew was ended. And there are so many questions surrounding this particular thing. If you're hearing noise at the background, is my air condition. I just wanted to kick out the noise from outside. Okay, let me see. Okay, I've turned it off. If it gets warmer, I will turn it on. Okay. Um. So the story surrounding Celine, Afiba, Andrew, and one Mr. Ben, a certain Mr. Ben that claims to be Andrew Ochuko's best friend, whom Andrew has been sending videos, pictures of all the girls he has captured in the past, and sending details of his transactions with the police, with Nigerian police. And I know for most of you that just meeting me for the first time or hearing about this story for the first time, the said Mr. Andrew was a British Nigerian who committed an offense in UK and escaped UK police and went to Nigeria, relocated to Nigeria to a very remote area, and then started his operations. This as confirmed by his best friend, Ben. Ben confirmed all of this on his platform. He also is a blogger and all of that. So yesterday, Afiba's husband came on a live stream on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and he made a lot of expose. We'll be discussing all of the details and then wanting to also know what you think in the comment section. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to Oyoyo's World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video for me. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section, okay? All right. So I just gave a little preamble of what the whole thing happened. Andrew met these ladies on social media. They've been interacting for 2 years. 2 years, you think you're already familiar with the person. 2 years chatting with a man, you might think, okay, yeah, you can say yes, you're familiar with this person by now. And especially when the man in question has been giving you all good advices, advising you not to join this, not to do this as a young girl. You think you've gotten that online friend that has your back. People come in different wolves in different clothing. You understand? They can come in sheep clothing. You think you're talking with, not knowing who they really are. Sorry about that, guys. My phone just fell off. Okay, I got it. I'm not with my, what is it called? My tripod. I'm just filming with in the car. So this Mr. Andrew gained those girls' trust on social media. They trusted him to the point that he invited them, they went. We don't know the kind of invitation they got. All we know is that they sent, according to all the details they put out on social media, he sent transportation money for them to come from Port Harcourt, which was their base, to Aba, where Andrew based, and all the whole 9 yards. And the girls, we don't know if they are still alive. We don't know their whereabouts. Right now, they are still missing. So here at Oyoyo's World, we are lending our voices. So let me know what you're thinking as well in the comment section. We are here to discuss this. We are here to, lend our voice to this story. In case anybody should know where they are or have any information on how to locate these young missing girls, please reach out for Nigerian police. Unfortunately, we'll still go back to Nigerian police. Why am I saying unfortunately? Andrew has been into a lot of cases in the past, and he never saw proper prosecution. Is either they, freed him, he became a free man, he started operating again. The story that happened in January was the one that, if you hear the details of that story from the survivor, okay, the lady that survived Andrew in January, but he did not survive with trauma. He did not survive with scars. And those scars are going to live with her for the rest of her life. And also the other lady in Port Harcourt that is now suffering spinal injury because Andrew, according to what they put out there, which was, I would say, was confirmed by Andrew's friend, Mr. Ben, because he was showing evidences, showing text messages between him and Andrew, when Andrew told him, I just did that. I threw somebody off the balcony. So when that happened, it was reported to the Nigerian Police Port Harcourt branch, and nobody did anything. On a more serious note, nobody did anything. And then the one that happened in January, the girl escaped. The stars were with her. Her God was with her. She escaped after 6 days with Andrew. So tell me, after she escaped, what did she do? She ran to Nigerian police thinking she was going to get, some assistance from Nigerian police. But unfortunately, Nigerian police asked her to pay some money to mobilize them, 200,000 mobilization funds, so they can go look for the alleged kidnapper. The girl, unfortunately, did not have money to pursue the case. That was how that case died down. They say police is your friend, but I don't know if I will say that about Nigerian police. And if you recall, a few years ago, about 3 years or 4 years now, during the End SARS movement in Nigeria, it was because of what the police were doing that led to all of those. Let's not even go there. So this girl is a survivor. She gave her horrifying detail how Andrew treated her when he was Andrew's was in his place. Remember, according to what the girls shared online, that Andrew invited after they've been friends for many years. When they got to, first of all, they met at the hotel. From there, he said that it's his mother's birthday. Let them go to the mall and buy some gifts so that she can give to his mother. The girl willingly followed Andrew to the mall. They bought gift from mom. Said, okay, let's now go for my mother's birthday. They now got to the place, to the Andrew's house. That was how Andrew locked up everything. But fortunately for her, she had shared her location. The moment she was sharing her location, Andrew took hold of the phone and gave the girl the beating of her life and made her to, unclad herself. And she was there with her hands, tied for 6 days. Now, on the 6th day, for some reason, Andrew locked the door but forgot to remove the key from the door, and then that was how the girl went on and then ran away and jumped the next fence. Of course, she got serious scar because of the barbed wire they use in fencing the fence. But at least she's alive to tell her story. We don't know the story about the whereabouts of Celine and Afiba, and I want us to be calling their names so that Nigerian police will take this very seriously. This is no longer a local matter. This is now a global matter because the family of Afiba, they've already consulted with Nigerian police through the embassy, the High Commission in Nigeria. So now people are now, putting everything together to make sure that the government of Nigeria gave them an audience and also take this matter very seriously. So the reason why we are discussing it here at Oyoyo's World is for you to know, if you're a young girl out there and someone is stranger on social media became very friendly, be careful. Make sure you do not visit that person alone. Make sure you're not visiting to his private home. If at all you gain somebody interest, maybe over the years, you think, yeah, you're comfortable with this person, go with a full-grown adult and meet in public place. For those that will come and say some people meet online and they get married, I'm not saying people don't meet online and get married, but be careful. What are the reasons and purposes of meeting the person? Are you just meeting the person because he's been coaching you online, just like Andrew did with his victims? And he will start encouraging young girls and all of that, coaching them. This is how you should do this. Are you in school? Make sure you focus in school. Are you doing business? Focus in business. Do that. For them to gain his trust. So he mastered the craft and he was really, really very patient. Most of these victims, he did not meet them today online and then met them in person the next day. No. He met them in person 2 years after to tell you that he is very calculative, very patient, and doing whatever he was doing intentionally because he knows nobody will check on these girls if need be. Unfortunately for him, this one took he's no longer on planet Earth. He's chilling cold in a mortuary somewhere. Because the same Nigerian police in Port Harcourt were protecting him, according to what his best friend, Mr. Ben Otiri, shared on social media. They protected him in Port Harcourt, they protected him in Aba, and then when the case got to Umuahia, the case was actually taken to Umuahia because Afiba's husband and family were pushing the button, not because the police were so eager to investigate this matter. So I want to also know your opinion. Leave me your comment in the comment section. I can't be able to see your comment right now because I'm streaming with StreamYard and I'm streaming with my phone in a car, so I can't be able to see all of those. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Could this incident, could it have been averted? Yes, of course, it could have been averted. Why do I say that? Remember, this is not the first time Andrew is having issues with similar situation. This is not the first time, it's not the second, it's not the third. And why am I saying that this could have been prevented? Because his best friend, Mr. Ben, got all this information about Andrew since when he arrived in Nigeria. Everything Andrew has engaged in, Ben was aware. Okay, with the one that happened in Port Harcourt, Ben was aware. The one that happened in January, Ben was. And what did Ben do? His defense is because he's claiming that there is nothing he could have done. That if he had gone out, the Nigerian police would have, been after him. But that's not true. Why am I saying it's not true? There are so many things Mr. Ben could have done. And assuming he took those proactive steps, Afiba and Celine wouldn't have been missing today. Because Andrew would have apprehended, prosecuted, or even if he bought the whole police, at least people on social media will know his story. Girls on social media, we avoid him when his picture, his story is flashed all over social media platform. So there were so many things Ben could have done that he didn't do. So now that his friend is no more alive, that's when Ben came to talk. His friend is no more alive, and that's why Ben is talking. The question is, why didn't Ben talk when his friend was alive? At least they could have prevented Celine and Afiba from missing. So when they say, if you hear something, say something, that statement is a very valid one. If you hear something, say something. I should have turned my camera the other way to be filming. I forgot, guys. So manage it like this. I should have just turned it like this. No. Yeah, I should have done it like this. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Forgive me, guys. I should just leave it the way it is. I should have just turned it like this. But if I turn it like this, that means I'm going to hold it in my hands. Okay, I think it's better like this. Then I can be able to see comments. Okay. Yes, it's better like this. Forgive me. For the past 15 minutes, I was standing the phone the other way. I forgot it was YouTube. All right. So if Ben had taken proactive action since January or since Andrew got to Nigeria, most of these victims wouldn't have been victims, and Afiba and Celine would not be missing by now. But he protected his friend. I don't know if to say what he was doing with those videos, what he was doing with all the videos, the pictures Andrew was busy sending to. What was Ben doing with those that you did not for one think, even if I don't want to come out to chase this matter, let me share this to other bloggers so that they will publicize this, so that any girl on social media seeing this man's face will not deal with this man. Then claim he was scared of his life, that his security was important. But a lot of people have shared, private messages with bloggers, and nobody knew the source of that information. But according to what he claimed, that it was only him that Andrew sent those pictures, those videos to. And then what did you do? Let me know if you have any other thing that Mr. Ben could have done differently, because I feel he could have done more than he's doing now. This is now after medicine after death, because the girls are missing. 2 more girls are missing. Andrew is no more to defend himself at all, if there is any need for him to defend himself. So you see what I'm saying? What Ben is doing now, I call it chasing clout, because he used his social media platform, advertising his website, sharing all this with the intention of monetizing those. If his intention were to be, create the awareness so that no other girl will fall victim, he could have started this like a year ago, 2 years ago, or things like that. But anyway, let's leave the story on Ben. We all have our understanding, how we see things. And the irony of it that Ben himself is also a father. So you can imagine the only way to be able to feel the pain of the victim is when you put yourself in their shoes. When you put yourself in their shoes, you'll be able to feel their pain. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case of Mr. Ben. He was looking after for himself and not looking after for all the girls that been, that fallen victim to this Mr. Andrew. Now, Mr. Andrew is no more there to defend himself. To even come and say, no, Ben, my friend, is lying. Ben is not lying. Mr. Andrew is no longer there. The dead can't speak, they say, right? And that's true. If all these things he's sharing online were shared when Andrew was alive, Andrew would have had the opportunity to debunk some of the stories. But no, he's no longer alive. So we are just taking what Ben said as the final statement. But there is more to it. If Nigerian police are really serious in resolving this crime, they can do that. Remember, they have Ben's laptop, Ben's phone, not Ben, I'm sorry, they have Andrew's laptop, Andrew's phone. So if truly they want to get to the bottom of this whole thing, they can crack this mystery. And by the time they get into his phones, his laptop, they will be able to retrieve those information, even the ones already deleted. You can retrieve all of them. Anyway, that's by the way. Now, Afiba's husband, my hand is beginning to pain me. See where I kept my phone, the way I kept it. Anyways, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? All right. So now Afiba's husband came exposing everything, saying that when the Afiba got missing, because Afiba sent location and then that they've been kidnapped, 2 days after they reached out to Nigerian police, okay? They reached out to Nigerian police and Nothing was done. They've been following the case. They were even the ones that ordered that the case be moved from Aba, because the Nigerian police in Aba were not doing anything. The man gave details that Afiba did not go there because of hookup. That Afiba went there because she's friends with Celine, and Celine has known this man for many years. That she's feeling that Afiba went there because they were invited for something. That is not just because of money. So he tried to correct all the narratives going out there. They were hookup girls and what have you. So the husband tried to correct those narratives. And guys, if you were live yesterday when the husband was, explaining everything on a live stream yesterday on Instagram, you would have seen the shock on Mr. Ben's face. Remember though I made one live video on this particular topic. So if you go down my videos, you're going to see it, where I talked about that Ben is calling Harrison out. He called Harrison out, said that Harrison has gone to jail, da. And I know you'll be saying, who is Harrison? Harrison is a human rights activist who became a human rights activist after his own personal encounter with Nigerian police. Harrison, in his story, which is not shining, he never shied away from telling his story. And even the name of his NGO would tell you a lot of things you need to know. Behind bars, as I say, NGO, behind bars. So he's fighting for people's freedom because he was wrongly jailed for 4 years. And when people now came to help him, the judge dismissed the charge. That means there was no evidence whatsoever that Harrison was jailed. And because that information is out there, Andrew picked that information and came to change the narrative to make Harrison look bad. And it was because of Harrison that this particular case of the missing girls in Aba, Celine and Afiba, are getting the attention they are getting now. If Harrison hadn't done anything, nobody would have given it the attention. Harrison took this matter up, went to Aba, went to Umuahia, and went to Abuja to make sure that this case is picked up by Nigerian police. Before Harrison came in, Afiba's husband revealed that they saw what the police were doing in Aba. They informed the police, this is the location where my wife, my family member, my blood said this was the last location where they were. Police went there, they could not search the master, they could not arrest Andrew. So they now requested the case be transferred to state capital Umuahia. By the time the case was transferred to Umuahia, they sent the police from Umuahia to go there. When they got there, they got Afiba's purse. So if Nigerian police were doing their job, the first time they sent them there, the division in Aba, they could have still saved those girls, but because maybe they were still at Andrew's place. But guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Nigerian police, every time disappointing somebody, every time foiling our hands, every time. The rate of corruption is huge, that you don't even know who to trust again. Even this Harrison that is pursuing this case, a group of Nigerian police, a certain group, shared this information on their WhatsApp group, declaring him enemy of the police. If you see this guy in your station, arrest him. He's the enemy of the police. For fighting for the victims, for fighting for the less privileged, Harrison became enemy of the police. Why we are talking about this is to continue to broadcast this message so that the IG of Nigeria, IG of police, that is Inspector General of Nigeria, pick up this case and be serious with the investigation. Nigerians are waiting. Nigerians are eager. We want to know what truly happened to Celine and Afiba. And I know some people might think it's too late. It's not late. They have those man's laptop. They have his phones. If they are serious and determined to pursue this case, to find out the corrupt policemen that went to his home, that stole from him, those that received money from Afiba's family. Afiba's husband said they paid up to 7 million naira, and this case ended the way it ended. 7 million to Nigerian police. When has it become the order of the day that you have to extort money from those that came to complain? When? When? Oh, Entertainment Daily, thank you for joining me today. You can't even believe I started this vlog from this live stream from 26 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago, and I'm in my car vlogging because I took my kids to another activity. So I had to give them time to do what they're doing. I came to maintain the time. I hope you had fun at the beach. Anyway, lucky you. I wish I'm at the beach right now, but it's looking as if it's trying to rain here. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, thank you. This story is a very emotional story and it's a very sad one, because for you to really feel what the families of these people, missing people, are going through, you have to put yourself in their shoes. You really have to put yourself in those family shoes before you understand what they are going through. This is not an easy time for them at all. I don't pray this to happen to anyone. I don't pray that Nigeria should happen to anybody. And this is a pure case of Nigeria happened to those young girls. I know they must have made mistake going to visit a stranger, but as far as Celine is concerned, Andrew is no longer a stranger. Sorry guys, I had to turn on my air condition back because it's beginning to feel warm here and I don't want to wind my window down because it's drizzling outside. So if you're hearing sound at the background, that's my car air condition. Please pardon me. Honestly, I feel so sorry for them. That day too, that Afiba started missing, that the family started looking for her. And assuming Nigerian police did their due diligence, maybe they could have still been rescued. And even Andrew himself would have still been alive. But like Ben is claiming, Andrew's friend, that Andrew has all the police people in Aba in his palms. He gives them money. So nobody was ready to move, to lift a finger. So sad. 2 missing women. And this case is going on social media the way it's going. Lend your voice. Say something. Share these girls' pictures. Share the missing girls' pictures. Let people know they are still missing. Let Nigerian police wake up and do something. Let them take this thing serious. Let them take it serious. It could be their children. It could be anybody. It could happen to anybody. People should stop blaming the victims. We don't know truly what happened until you hear from them. You've seen how the Rachel girl, the one that he kidnapped in January, she's a survivor. She's telling her story. Unfortunately here, Nigerian police, they were so eager to buy Andrew. They were very fast. The guy is no more to even speak his mind, to speak his truth or make confession or anything, or even give them clue where these girls are. Even if they are no longer alive, where are their bodies? The family needs to have some closure. How spread this news? Share this video. Share, share, share. Even if you don't want to share the video, share their pictures, the girls' pictures on your platform. If you're on social media, if you're hearing my voice, that means you're on social media. Post their pictures on your platform. Just tag it the missing girl, missing girls. Andrew Ochukwu missing girls. Let this news, let everybody carry it. I was so happy this morning when I watched Arise TV this morning, and I saw that Harrison was live on Arise TV. He was live around 11 a.m. Nigerian time. I was in that story, listening to him, giving the same thing he's been saying from the very first time. And Ben tried to discredit Harrison, to tarnish his integrity. This is a young man that was in prison wrongly and served 4 years before some good Samaritan brought lawyer to hear his case. And after he came, he started an NGO behind bars Active Foundation, Human Rights Foundation, to help young people that must have been wrongly committed to prison. Ben saw that the smear he was carrying, a smear campaign against Harrison, did not hold water. I was surprised it was not cussing him out. Yesterday they met on a live stream. But Harrison was working with the information provided by the police and information provided by this same Andrew and Celine's family, because they contacted him. If you're on social media, share this news. Don't say yes, it serves the girls right. That's how they'll be doing hookups. Don't. It could happen to anybody, anybody's daughter, anybody's sister. The world is too global that most things happen on internet. And because they've had many stories of those that met their husbands on the internet, they feel it's a safe place. We cannot stop, I don't even know where I'm looking at. I don't know. I don't know where I'm looking at, honestly. But however you're seeing this video, please take it the way you're seeing it, because I'm doing this on, outside in a car. I don't even know how it's sounding. Let me turn off my air condition. Yeah, exactly. Entertainment Daily. The story is really sad. It's a very sad story. So lend your voice. Lend your voice. If these girls are still alive, whoever that is keeping them should let them free. Whoever, if they're still alive. And Nigerian police should do better. Should do better. One would think by now the IG of police, seeing the extent this thing is going on social media, the IG of police by now would have been addressing this. Or maybe it's press conference or something. In America, they do press conference. So the police will come and do press conference on cases that are seriously gaining momentum on social media. They will come and do press conference. This is what is going on. We are still handling our investigation, but we are promising the public that we are not going to leave any stone unturned. But up till now, unless in the past 30 minutes that started live stream, police has come up with any what is it called? Any press release. There is no press statement. These two girls are still people's children. And remember, an international is also in the list. So if Nigerian police, this is how they treat their citizen, for the fact that this might bring a serious issue, international issue between you and Ghana, between you and UK. If Nigerian police knew this man was in Nigeria, why didn't they report to the British Commission? Because he's a wanted man, or he was a wanted man before they took him out. So if you know something, say something. Say something. We don't pray for any of this to happen to our children. That's why from the home front, ask your girl child questions. If they start bringing things home when they have no business that they are running, they have no employment, ask questions. Don't let your daughter be the one that will build your home for you. As a parent, you need to have a home where you raise them and provide for them financially, emotionally, mentally, morally. Provide for your children. Teach them not to mingle with strangers. If we start from the home front, then we can be able to take it to the local government level and then state and federal. We can see Nigeria is not there to watch out for you. The government is not there for you. Be yourself keeper and your neighbor's keeper. It's time to start doing that. Check on your young relatives. Ask them questions. How are you guys doing? This is what I'm seeing online. Oh, be careful. Me that is saying I did the same. The moment I heard about Andrew's story, I know I have relatives from my husband's side that are young people and they're on social media. I had to start calling immediately. I spoke to their mother. I spoke to them. Please be careful. Be careful. There are wolves in sheep clothing all over internet. Be careful. They are young adults. They might think, okay, after all, this other person said I met my husband online. Maybe I'm also going to meet my own online. Be careful. So, guys, I've been talking for 33 minutes, and to be honest with you, it's not fun holding your phone on the hand. I don't know why I didn't come with my tripod, okay, so that I could relax and do this live stream. But however you see this live stream, take it like that. Help me to like this video. Help me to share. That's the part you can help me, okay? Help me to share this information. Let this information get to many ears. Let them still entertain some hope that these girls might still be alive. You can see my window here. It's showing that it's raining outside, so I can't go outside, okay? So let's keep the faith alive. Let's still believe that Celine and Afiba are there. If I go on telling you all the details, what they said, what the police did. You might not like to hear that, but if you want to get the full details, you can go to Daddy Free's social media handles. You're going to get the full interview details of what Celine, what happened to Celine's brother, what Nigerian police did, what Afiba's husband said. And that brings me, as I'm rounding up this conversation, that brings me to the young folks. I do live streams to bring information across our ways, and also educative live streams on how we can all better our lives and help each other. I can't stop talking about it. If you're a young girl out there watching this video or coming across this video or hearing my voice for the first time, know that information we pass here is either to learn something, to benefit from something, or to be aware of what is happening out there. If you're a young girl and you're meeting people online, be very careful. When I mean careful, I'm putting very. Be very careful. There are wolves in sheep clothing on social media. Look at Mr. Andrew. He sweet talk all these girls for 2 years. You think you're chatting with a sane man, because a man that is not sane would have rushed them. But this one, he takes his time with all these girls. 2 years, 1 year before he start inviting them over to build trust, so there will be no room for you to say this is a bad person. He will first start, advising them. Are you in school? Take education very serious. Try and do this course, this program. Somebody that consistently advises you online, you think the person got your back. But let all of us use what happened to Celine and Afiba to learn. And I don't want to hear another girl falls into situation like this. This is too many. It's already too much. Andrew did a lot of havoc, that if Nigerian police, when they are ready to investigate this matter thoroughly, they'll be able to reveal the number of girls that went through this man, or the number of victims, if I'll put it that way. One of Andrew's victims is now sick with spinal injury in Port Harcourt. The second one is still traumatized. So think about it and think about it. Don't be like Ben. Don't be like Mr. Ben that heard something and never did anything. Don't be like Ben that is a father and he won't claim to have a daughter, but he heard something that he could have prevented other girls from falling into this Andrew. He did nothing. When you hear something, see something, say something, take action. Be proactive, because it could be your child. Your child might be little in your home. Someday she'll become an adult and move away from the home and say, Mommy, Daddy, I'm grown now. I can handle it. I'm out of school. I can get a job. Anything can happen to anybody. We don't pray for that to happen. But when you see something or know something, please say something. Nobody in this 21st century should be like Ben. Nobody. You heard your friend through somebody from balcony, and then he took somebody again in January, detained the person for 6 days, and you still kept quiet. If Ben had said something in January, this wouldn't have happened in April. It's a big lesson for us to learn. Let there be something to take home from here. There are wolves on internet looking for young girls to prey on. Don't be that girl. Don't be a victim. Don't. I like the way Linda Ikeji said it. I would rather work hard to make money, to have men as my competitors, than depend on them for money. What is your goal as a young girl? What is your goal? Is your goal to be comfortable? Is your goal to also touch lives? Is your goal to contribute to your society? Or your goal is just to wear human hair and do BBL and come on Instagram and tension those that do not have? What is your goal? Anyway, this is 39 minutes and 32 seconds. I am going to round up here. Like I said, when you see something happening to other people, maybe God is giving you sign that you could save your community, you could save a country, you could save a state. Do something. When you hear something, do something. Don't be like Mr. Ben. Until I see you guys in my next live stream, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do me well by subscribing and also invite your friends to Yo-Yo's World here on YouTube. Until I see you guys in the next one, bye everyone.